Mississippi State Bulldogs and the UTSA Roadrunners. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
I can tell you there is a lot of excitement down here on the field. The energy is electric, and it is gorgeous weather here late in the season. The sun is out, and we are looking forward to some good football. As they say, it is perfect football weather. We're going to get great passing, good running conditions here on the field today. I'll keep you posted on how that plays out as the game goes along. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So UTSA's offense will get first crack at it today. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Roadrunners will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. On his way back from the 20. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Buff Bothwell, this is a matchup of a pair of standout running backs. They'll start on the ground with Buff Bothwell. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Bulldogs in the hurry-up.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run him again. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Williams. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the grab in their space. The tag. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's inside. It's Henderson. How about... Up front by that big defensive line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And it's the Roadrunners decide to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Looks it in. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he almost had a pick.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Out wide left, it's Black. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Looking for room. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Sells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, number 19. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Timing has to be so good. But you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Handoff again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the 1st down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow. Try to get some penetration. Try to make a big play on 1st and goal that can maybe back them up.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to power it in. They were all over it.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. They'll try to run it with Fluff. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Makes the grab, it's Amador.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Roadrunners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Hardy. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And it's the Roadrunners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, looking for a man. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Roadrunners! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
Numbers played. Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Taylor wants to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there
looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the defense just needs to get the quarterback down. They had a chance for a negative play there. They let him escape. Good news is, though, they were able to cover on the back end and force the incompletion.
Here's a give to Bothwell. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll give it to Fluff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Taylor wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his target. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Those third downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldog!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on the...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And the Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. On the move. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. With an update on that, let's check in with Holland.
Checking in from the UTSA sideline. During that last drive, their starting quarterback set a new school record for passing yards, and the sideline made sure to celebrate him. There is so much energy, enthusiasm. They're patting him on the back, patting him on the helmet, guys. He's had to leave his helmet on because he's getting so much love and congratulations. We'll see if he can go back out there and make even more history here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This offense has it with really good field position. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed behind the line, it's West. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's looking to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Out wide right, it's Henderson.
And And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Over the middle, complete to Wilson. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. He lets it fly. And here's the third interception of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Got an alley, breaks the tackle, and he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're going to ride this running back. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Long way to go on second down. Taylor wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. They'll give it to Fluff. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab at the 10. Slips through the line. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Fresh set of downs going up top. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in this...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. The Roadrunners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
I caught up with the Mississippi State head coach at the half. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Bluff Bothwell again. Oh, he's got some space. And they swarm him under.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Taylor wants to throw it. The screen. He's got wheels. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Throws it off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Off-play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll pull it down and run. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Leaves it in his belly. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Run ends there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. They got to stop turning the football over.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Ncaa. Right side, it's Hardy. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Throwing right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting out the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to establish the run. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. We open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Racing down the left side at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They're all over it. And he gets rid of it.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
Fluff Bothwell again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Knocked down immediately.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And it's the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Making his first move. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
2nd and 1, and they're going to make them line up to defend the pass. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Off Bothwell again. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
On the return. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Henderson. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. On the run, it's Henderson. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard. And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like we've stopped them all game long. Like they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. And the Roadrunners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. That was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays.